Yo, what's going on? This is clearly no debate. In case you missed it, I'm back with my Nome 8 recap. So let's go ahead and do a quick review. In my prediction blog, you know, we talked about how good this card was going to be, everything down from, what could be battle of the night, what could be, champion of the night, so on and so forth. And then my predictions, I had Sue Surf beating Rum Nitty 2-1. I had Shotgun Suge winning over New Jersey Twerk 2-1. I had Charlie Clips beating Briz Rothstein 2-1. I had Ill Will over T Top 2-1. I had DNA 3-0 JC. And I picked Tay Rock to defeat Goods 2-1. That was my prediction. And let's just go ahead and say that, a couple of these I was wrong in, and a couple of these I was right in. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, for starters, the free battle that everybody got to see was the ever so ready Loso from Bullpen versus Houston's own Scotty. Scotty, first Loso chose to go first. He wanted to go ahead and just set things off. He didn't care about no coin toss or nothing. He just was like, yo, I'm going first. Loso go ahead. He starts off strong, gets the Houston crowd shaking and rocking. He's coming with the rapid punches. He's basically doing what we all know Loso is capable of doing, and that's rapping his ass off. So in the midst of all of that, Loso gave a great first round. Scotty comes back in the first round. He get to talking that Houston shit. He in front of the home crowd. The crowd was loving it. He had a couple of great lines, and he had a pretty fair, strong first round as well. I ended up edging the first round to Loso, and to me, that was probably the closest round of that battle, because after that round, it was like Loso just took the energy from Scotty and never relinquished it no more after that. Loso comes back, with a very, very strong second round. He kept having to bring it back a couple of times more or whatever, and seemed like he was losing steam, but he kept his composure, and he was able to muster through his second round or whatever, and then was able to steal the second round, in my opinion, from Scotty, because Scotty started off real hot in the beginning, and then it was like he teetered off very quick. It wasn't even like a slow teeter. It was like he started off hot and just dipped. And within the second round, like I said, it was like Scotty just lost his momentum in his own backyard or whatever, and Loso took the command. So I ended up awarding the second round to Loso. In the third round, Loso picks up where he left off in the first two rounds. Go ahead, he's styling on Scotty a little bit. He feeling more comfortable in his third round, and he just seemed very, very poised, especially for this to be a PG. Loso was moving like he was a vet, and he'd been on this stage for years. And he really, really impressed me, because not only did he beat Scotty, and Scotty is a good MC, but he took his crowd away from him. He took the Houston crowd away from him. The last time I seen somebody lose their own home crowd like that was when M City got bodied in the one rounder by Big Cannon. That was the last time that I've seen that happen. And Loso did his thing. And of course, at the end of the battle, Loso called out New Jersey Twerk. So I ended up giving this 3-0 to Loso, nobody bag. If you give the first round to Scotty, I wouldn't be mad at nobody else's recap if they gave the first round to Scotty. I just personally like Loso's first round a little bit more than Scotty. That's why I had Loso edge in the first round. But I got Loso winning 3-0. So big shout out to Loso. Hope to see you more. Keep doing your thing, homeboy. Next, we got JC versus the self-proclaimed champ DNA. Of course, DNA came out with the white robe on, with the title belt, all of that. JC come out just like he worked at Popeye's Chicken. Shout out to JC, Michigan love, Detroit Pontiac stand up. But JC came out, with the Popeye's Chicken colors on, man. Let's keep it a buck. The first round, DNA, classic DNA. DNA was poised. And of course he had just battled in Houston, so he knew what the Houston crowd wanted. So DNA was poised. He came in there, showing why he called himself the self-proclaimed champ. He was styling. He was doing his damn thing. And you know, of course, in my eyes, I was like, okay, this is going to be a long night for JC. JC gets off his first round. You know, he's punching, but the punches wasn't connecting. You know, the crowd wasn't in it. And the one thing that I predicted was that DNA would beat JC 3-0 because of the fact JC don't do well in front of big crowds. That's what I thought. Second round comes, DNA tries to play some kind of game with Tech 9. It really didn't go over with the crowd. JC comes and all of this punches started connecting. JC started connecting with punch after punch after punch on DNA in the second round, and he ended up stealing the crowd and the momentum from DNA, and we go into the third round 1-1. Of course, DNA, he comes back. He had a pretty okay third, but for some reason, it was like he cruised the third round because I guess he felt that he wrote enough for the first and the second that he thought he was go pull it off, but I guess he didn't expect for the crowd not to feel his second round like that. So this third round seemed more like a cruise round, like okay, this is the last round of the boxing match. I'm gonna just tap you and run so I can score on points. Not so fast. JC comes back in the third round and he picked up, you know, where he left off in the second round, and he kept just coming stronger and stronger at DNA. And JC surprised me. JC surprised me. I will admit I was wrong. I was wrong betting against my Michigan counterpart. I was wrong. JC won this battle 2-1. DNA, I know JC snatched up the champagne. DNA, you got to hand over that championship belt to JC. I'm sorry, bro. You're no longer the champ. Ain't no getting around this, bro. You ain't no getting around this. I was on Twitter last night. The general consensus have JC beating you. You got to relinquish that belt to JC, my friend. Good battle for JC. Keep doing your thing. Salute. Next, we have Charlie Clips versus Briz Rothstein. Now, I picked Clips to win this battle on the strength that Clips, in my eyes, have never had back-to-back bad showings. Clips, in my eyes, always have either a bad performance or a good performance. He's never had a bad performance and a bad performance. He's always had bad performance, good performance. So we get into this battle, of course, you know. First, let me just say this. Briz Rothstein, he was a little bit better in this battle, but it was like the Briz versus O-Red was better. To me, Briz Rothstein, I don't know what it was about Clips and Calico, but Briz did not write well enough for those two. I mean, he had the Texas Toast line, and when he had the Texas Toast line, the thing that popped in my head was the 12 hot rounds. This ain't Krispy Kreme's line. It was like, come on, the Texas Toast line, bro. This is what we doing. Of course, you know, we heard a shitload of Jay Prince lines and Jay Prince Jr. lines. I ain't even about to get into that, but the Texas Toast line messed me up. Of course, Clips, you know, he got booed a little bit, and then he did some reverse psychology with the crowd talking about the next person that booed sucks dick, and then the crowd started cheering for him. So that worked in Clips' favor. Of course, a lot of people, they said their stream had went down during the battle. I thought Briz had a pretty good first round. I gave Briz the first round, and then I ended up giving the last two to Charlie Clips. But I don't know what's up with Briz. Briz always seems very ever ready, but for some reason with Charlie Clips and with Calico, it was like he wrote on some starstruck shit. He wrote way better versus O-Red. He wrote way better versus Ill Will. Like, he wrote way better versus Pass. I don't know. But I ended up giving this to Charlie Clips 2-1. Then we go into, in my opinion, battle of the night. Shotgun Suge versus New Jersey Twerk. Suge, Twerk. Y'all did y'all motherfucking thing, dog. Like, look, it's hard for me to call a winner, but I gotta call a winner, man. I got to. But I'm gonna say this: if you got Suge winning this battle, I don't blame you. If you get a draw, I don't blame you. This was not a trash Suge. This was not a trash Twerk. They both was just on some other shit. But to me, I thought, to me, to me, I thought Twerk was a little bit more stronger than Suge. And I ended up giving this battle to New Jersey Twerk 2-1. I was wrong because in my predictions, I picked Shotgun Suge to beat New Jersey Twerk. But Twerk was very, very, very ready for this battle. This battle, in my opinion, was battle of the night. They got busy. Now, the reason why I'm not giving a lot of y'all, recap on bars and stuff like that is because I've seen, I've been on Twitter for a long time and I follow a lot of battle rap media, but I've seen that URL really don't like when people give away the bars too much. So, if I'm skimming through this a little bit too fast and you're like, well, damn, can you throw us some bars or something? I can't do that because, out of respect to URL. And yeah, I did see the event and this is all off first watch. Who knows? I may do a recap of a recap when the footage drops or whatever. But that's why I'm not giving y'all like exact bars or whatever. I might throw y'all some bars here and there, but I'm not gonna do a whole lot of bar breakdown and all of that stuff. For the sake of people who haven't seen the event and is waiting for the footage. But I ended up giving this battle to New Jersey Twerk 2-1. But this battle was a fucking dog fight, like I thought it was going to be. So Twerk, Suge, salute. Next, man, we had Ill Will versus T-Top. And like I said, in my predictions, I had Ill Will beating T-Top. And in this battle, I will say most definitely Ill Will won this battle. I gave Ill Will this battle 2-1. A lot of people on my timeline was saying, Ill Will 3-0 because the crowd was not fucking with T-Top. And that's another thing. That I want to put out. Sidebar. Big shout out to Averb because Averb has been saying for a long time that most of these battle rappers need to stop battling at home and start battling more abroad. And we will see how y'all really are when y'all are not basically in the gas chamber. And a lot of these battle rappers got exposed being in Houston and people were sitting up here saying, oh, the Houston crowd was standing up for a long time. The Houston crowd was this, the Houston crowd wasn't that. No, the Houston crowd exposed a lot of niggas. The Houston crowd exposed a lot of people during this event. They was not letting a lot of shit fly. Anyway, Ill Will ended up performing pretty well in the battle versus T-Top. And me personally, the reason why I felt Ill Will was a little bit better than T-Top is because, don't get me wrong, they say, oh, T-Top can angle you to death. T-Top just started using angles. And people is acting like T-Top is the angle king all of a sudden. T-Top just started using angles. But the thing that Ill Will to me had over a little bit over T-Top is the fact that Ill Will always write directly towards you. And he was more direct against T-Top or whatever. Also, Ill Will, took a little shot at Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner was there. And of course, that was crazy. That was T-Top slamming the door. He was mad as hell at me saying that. So, but anyway, big shout out to Ill Will. You did your thing, man. Hope to see you again soon. Next, we had Goods versus Tay-Rock. Now, I had Tay-Rock winning this battle 2-1, but the thing is I told everybody, I said, Goods is playoff basketball. Goods will slow a lot of shit down. Goods did not come to play versus Rock. Goods actually showed up, and this was probably the best Goods that I've seen in a very, very long time. Honestly, this is probably the best Goods I've seen, period. I think this Good was a little bit better than the Con Goods. Was a little bit better than the Averb Goods. This was the best Goods I've seen. Goods came and he actually did his motherfucking thing against Tay-Rock. And the one shocker that everybody was shocked about, but I wasn't shocked about, is that Tay-Rock got booed in in all places his second round, and Tay Rock is known for his second rounds, but he ended up getting booed in the second round. So the biggest thing that I could say that came from this battle is that Goods changed the pace of what took place between Tay Rock and him, and Tay Rock basically had to basically fight. Tay Rock has always been on offense. This was the first time that Tay Rock was literally playing defense, and he had to fight his way back versus Goods. And I ended up giving this battle to Goods 2-1. It was a good battle. If you called this battle champion of the night or battle of the night, I wouldn't be mad at you, even though I had Suge and Twerk. But Goods versus Rock was a very, very good battle. It was a very good battle. Last we had the main event, Rum Nitty versus Sue Surf. Okay, sidebar. We have to stop this. We have to stop saying that, oh, you made it to the table. Now you gotta beat the elite if the elite don't show up. A lot of people use basketball references. I'm about to use MMA and boxing references. You cannot be the heavyweight champion, drop somebody 11 rounds, gets to the 12th round, and gets knocked out, and then tell people you won the fight. It does not work like that. If you choose to drop somebody 2 times, and then, or here's a better analogy. First round, you drop somebody. Second round, you drop somebody. And then the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, they kicking your ass. You can't sit up here and say, well, I dropped him the first 2 rounds. I won the fight. I'm sorry. We got to stop doing that. And this is the thing. And to me, I feel like both Tay Rock and Sue Surf robbed Rum Nitty of victories he deserved. I'm being honest. And I like Tay Rock. I like Sue Surf. I don't like to use the word fan because fan is short for fanatic. And I don't know. I'm not going over the board to be a fan of somebody. I like your work. I like your work. I salute you. I salute you. I'm not a fan of nobody. But to me, I feel like that Surf and Tay Rock robbed Rum Nitty of victories he deserved. They literally did. First round was pretty close. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the first time that I watched this, I ended up giving the battle to Sue Surf. And then I ended up going over my homeboy house and ended up watching that specific battle again. I was like, I don't want to watch nothing else. Let me just look at this battle again. And I ended up changing my mind in the battle. I ended up giving the first round edge to Sue Surf. I gave it to him on the simple fact of the reason that Rum Nitty had a slip up. The second round, even though Surf was doing a lot of rebuttaling, and I thought about this while I was watching the battle. I said, dude, he's rebuttaling too much. I was like, I don't think Surf wrote a second. I said, I truly, like, as I was listening to it, and don't get me wrong, the rebuttals was crazy, but in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, he rebuttaling too much. I don't think he wrote a full second. I really don't think he wrote a full second. And I ended up edging the second round to Nitty. And then the third round, I think Surf spit like 8 bars, and then he jerseyed out. We gotta stop this, man. We gotta stop. That's just like you decided to pay, for a new whip, and they give you everything but the engine. And they say, but this is what you paid for. You paid for a car. You didn't pay for the whole car, but you paid for a car. We got to stop this. And Surf a legend. And the thing is, Surf, if you look at Surf earlier in his career, Surf never choked. All of these chokes started coming as he started rising higher and higher in his career. All of these chokes started coming as he started rising higher and higher in his career. Earlier in his career, Surf didn't choke. Same thing with B Magic. Same thing with Averb that started stumbling and stuff. And it started happening later in their career. Earlier in their career, they used to go through a round perfectly. And I literally feel like that Surf robbed Rum Nitty of a victory that he earned. I'm not about to sit up here and talk about, well, Surf got paid this much money. Y'all need to cut his money. Boom, 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 whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the victory. Because I'm telling you this, Rum Nitty need to be getting paid. I don't know how much he getting paid, but he need to be getting paid. Because Rum Nitty is showing up with all 3 rounds. And I literally feel like Tay Rock and Sue Surf robbed him of victories that he earned. They robbed him of victories that he earned. So Rum Nitty has another asterisk by his name because of a Sue Surf choke. He have an asterisk. But I don't know, man. Overall, I gave this event an A- because the energy was there, and like I said, Houston made these battlers literally fight. Houston made all the battlers that was comfortable and used to the gas. Houston made them motherfuckers earn every bar. I give the event an A-. It could have been an A+, but Surf choked. And clearly no debate. I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.